What is up, you guys? Today we're going to be covering Tesla. I've been making a little bit less videos because I've been focusing on trading more and trying to just focus on higher quality updates of when we actually give you guys information and trades and not just updating for the sake of updating. Now, today we saw Tesla up over 1%, and we're going to be going over the trades that I took in Tesla. I ended up closing out for a very small loss on some calls today and rolling them into some March 1st calls. We're going to go over the trade. We're going to go over what I'm currently holding, and we're going to go over why I think that we will probably see Tesla push back up to 207, 208 max going into the next week or so. Now, if you guys want to stay up to date with all of my trades and all of my Tesla updates in real time, go follow me on X or join our Discord community, which is going to be down below. It's only $5 a month. You get access to my trades, my weekly watch list, as well as some of our trading bots. And I do this because YouTube is a great platform. It's a great platform to sit down at the end of the day with my camera, hang out with you guys, and kind of share what I was thinking during the day. But what I hate about this, section of the internet is that it's so easy to say what could have happened or what should have happened, which is why I like to upload every day, and I like you guys following these if you can and if you want to, so that you can understand what I'm looking at real time. So let's look first at the actual position that I ended up taking today on Tesla, and I will say I messed up pretty bad. I ended up entering a position on Tesla today. Very, very good trade. We saw this push here from 189 all the way up to $199 back on the 21st, which was today at 10 a.m. We get this pull back down, and I was looking to start to accumulate call options at this 0.618 Fibonacci level. I accumulated those options, but instead of going with March 1st, I went with February 23rd, which is way too close as far as options contracts are considered. And options have what's called Greeks. There are many different Greeks. I have an options course that's coming out soon that will be completely free, and it's for beginners. But basically, there's a specific Greek called a theta decay, or theta is the Greek. And for holding your options, for holding that derivative, you have to pay a time decay or a tax, basically. And that position decays, which means the theta is pulling money out of that position no matter if the stock goes up or goes down. Even if it sits sideways, the position will lose money. And the rate of that losing will compound the closer in time till that expiration. So this expiration closes in 2 days. So if I would have held this overnight, I would have lost almost $5,000 just if the market sat sideways. Now, this brings a lot of leverage to the upside, but it brings a ton of risk, which is why I really believe that most people should stay away from options. I've been doing this for 9 years. I can really understand my risk tolerance, and I have no problem cutting positions. In this instance, we did a really good setup. We waited for this pullback. We waited for the pull down to 192. We called this out the whole time here on X, and I ended up having a really good trade. I just didn't end up actually making money because the theta decay ended up hurting me. I actually lost $825. Now, I took that profit or that loss and that money that I had and put it into some 3-1 calls because I think here that we will see this continued bounce. I actually don't even know if Tesla's up. Yeah, Tesla's up already, a sympathy bounce with NVIDIA. But what I was expecting was this potential bounce and another push here in the next couple of days, probably tomorrow, 2% up to 198 or 200. At this point, this is where I plan to take profit on my March calls. Now, I do still have April calls that I got in, talked about these on X 2 days ago on Tuesday, based off of this inverted head and shoulders. Now, this longer term play is basically what we've been covering here on this channel within the past week and a half. We saw the sell-off after earnings, push up into this resistance point of 195. Then from here, I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. We come back down, make a lower low, come right back up to that same exact resistance. This is how we know that this is an inverted head and shoulders. Because if it didn't come up to the same resistance and we ended up rejecting down here, we're just continuing that channel. But the fact that we came all the way back up means that there's a very high chance that we're only going to come back to this equal low. Right? If I were to pull this fib out, you can see here it's acted as support. So at this point, we're not looking, you could look to start to go long here if you want, but you'd waiting for confirmation. You could pull your fibs out, watch that rejection, and you could look to go long here. Then we get that push up, back up into this level, and then you could say, all right, I'm looking to go long here again. That's exactly what I did. We ended up going long. So I do think that we're going to probably see Tesla push through 195, test 200. I will take my short-term calls off there. And I think from there, we will probably see Tesla push back up to 205 and maybe $210 to fill this gap here. Now, from that point, I will be looking at my long target, highest of about $220. Now, how did we come to this? Right? I do think that we could push through 220, but this would be like, for me, like this is where I would be looking to potentially pull off. So if we take our Fibonacci retracement, we go from swing high here at this most recent high at December 28th down to most recent swing low of February 5th. You'll see that our 0.78 Fibonacci level, 0.618, I'm sorry, is right here at 228 to 230. So in theory, this is where we would be looking to take any longs off the table and potentially start to look at entering short. Optimal trade entry would really be up here at about 240 resistance point. So I think short term, Tesla's going to be probably continuing to push up to 207, 210. I think we're going to probably have some trouble around $200 to $220, but we'll see. Now, as far as the overall market is considered, SPY ended up bouncing today. We saw NVIDIA, which I did an entire standalone video on. I'm not going to talk about too much of this. I do think that we will, hopefully tomorrow, not open into a higher high. And if we don't open into a higher high, I will be looking to go short, but I'll post a video standalone on that later. I hope this helps, guys. Rather short, 6 minutes, but if you guys want to trade with me every day, check out the second link in the description. You guys can get access to all of my real-time alerts and all of my real-time trades. This is the past month. So far, we've only had 2 red days, which is super solid. And we'll see how the rest of the rest of the short week goes. We have 2 more days this week, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more days next week. So if you guys want to get access to all these trades, go and check out our Discord community. Second link in the description. Peace.